Originally thought the tragic accident was all part of the show. 7's Dan Housley is live in the 7 Data Center with the latest. Dan?
Well, the World Wrestling Federation's website has a short statement expressing sadness and shock at the death of 33-year-old Owen Hart, known to his fans as Blue Blazer. One pro wrestler describes Owen's death as a circus act gone wrong, like performing a high wire act without a net. Paramedics worked feverishly to revive Hart as the commentator repeated over and over to the crowd this was no act. The reaction of the ref would tell you that.
I just heard them screaming, saying it's not a fake, get a real EMT back here, he's not breathing, the ripcord broke or something, I don't know.
The 33-year-old Canadian-born wrestler was being lowered into the ring when he fell 50 feet into a turnbuckle, the corner piece of the ropes.
He was coming down on a cord, and all of a sudden it snapped, and he dropped.
I think everybody was trying to figure out whether it was part of the act or not. And I think until the end, people still didn't know for sure whether it was part of the act or it was really going on.
Fans were stunned when they figured out it was real, but the show went on just 15 minutes later. WWF showman Vince McMahon offered a brief statement later.
We're saddened by this tragic loss. And right now, there are no answers.
I find that I feel my injuries more on those nights, just getting thrown around.
This is Hart just a few weeks ago. He comes from a family of wrestlers, the most famous, his brother Bret Hitman Hart from the rival WCW. Owen's father, old-time wrestler Stu Hart, didn't see the accident that took his son's life, but the elder Hart says he figures someone else slipped up. This was a nationally televised pay-per-view event, but the TV audience never saw Hart fall. The accident happened when TV fans were watching a montage of Hart's highlights, and then the camera panned the crowd as paramedics worked on the fallen wrestler. Hart leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Promoters say the WWF cable show scheduled for tonight will go on. We're live in the data center. Dan Housley, 7 News.